Well, we're back with another Kingdom Hearts movie, which is never a good thing.
Make it stop.
At least it's a short one for this time.
It's only an hour, so even if we do have to record it again, it's not like days. Well, we had to do that like two or three times.
We had to re-record Recoded too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is Kingdom Hearts X Unchained back cover HD Remix Turbo.
With Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Starring Danica Patrick.
By the way, this Dearly Beloved's really good.
Is this your favorite version? Because I've heard some people say they really like this version.
I actually... it's hard. It's probably still KH2.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, the KH2 one's still my favorite, but the Unchained Dearly Beloved I really like, which is the song that's playing over this. It's weird that I didn't have to, like, put any music or anything over this, or in the credits. It really threw me off. I was like, wow.
Please download our phone game. Please download our phone game.
This opening is so lazy. All they did was just kind of, like, shrink the screen a bit and just throw text over it. And I'm like, I'm gonna take a guess and say, because I do think 2.8 was a bit rushed. Some of the things you can just kind of tell.
Yep.
So like most of the development time went to 0.2, and I guess probably fixing some of the things in DDD. Well, in this movie, but like this is just lazy. Like, could they not have made like a 30-second intro? I mean, I'm not asking for much, but still.
Even so, remember when they, do you remember the reveal trailer for this, when they had, like, the, dive to the heart, like, rotating with all the fortellers symbols?
Yeah.
Why didn't they show that? Just with some voiceover. That would have been better than this.
Yeah. I wouldn't even, legit, I wouldn't even have minded if they would just started with, like, the voiceover instead of this intro. Because it feels like, well, if you're not gonna put enough development time into an intro, just start it like any other movie. It's not a big deal.
Okay, so, before... I'm kind of like saying my final thoughts now, but I'll sum up what I think of this movie at the end, but the one thing I don't like about it, I'll say it right now. At least with Recoded in Days, they're self-contained in their, like, things. They start and they finish. They're concluded. With this, it starts... and it finishes with more plot points, and it barely answers anything.
Exactly. Like you said earlier, it's like, please play our phone game. Like that, when you see the fox girl fight the guy in that cloak, you're never gonna see that in the movie. So like, when I saw that, I was really confused. I was like, okay, that never happened. Neither does this. Literally what this movie is, and I will say this here, if you're wanting the entire, like, Unchained thing covered in a movie, this is not for you, because they don't cover the Keyblade War, anything, well, they cover, like, some Lushu stuff, but it's nothing really important. Like you said earlier, all it does is it brings up, or it starts more plot points, and it never finishes anything. It's like, oh, okay.
I think they're gonna do another movie, either in another game or a Kingsglaive type deal. Because they have to, with all the shit they don't answer in here, it's ridiculous. They can't expect people to play a free-to-play phone game. Well, they can, because it's Square Enix.
Number 7.
So here's the best character already.
Come on.
Yes, we should already go ahead and say, this is the Master of Masters, and he is debatably in my top 5 Kingdom Hearts characters already. I love this guy.
No.
He literally makes this movie, because he's literally just Deadpool. That's what he is.
And a fun fact, he's voiced by Ray Chase, who also voiced Noctis in Final Fantasy 15.
Here, take it.
And you can hear it, like, here. Definitely.
In the Master's playful and mischievous
And this really, this is the Chirithy talking as the narrator. But, like, if you watch Digimon, you know this is Kairi from Digimon. I really kind of was like, okay, that's kind of funny. So you don't really like her voice for Chirithy, do you?
No, I find it really annoying.
And the guy with the Keyblade is Lushu. He's one of the apprentices, and he's voiced by, I can't think of his actual name, but I know it's Saitama from One Punch Man.
Oh, Max Middleton.
Yeah.
This would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here.
No, I have, like, the phone game on my phone, but I've never played it. I know you really like it. Can you, like, tell us what it's all about, just for, like, little back cover, or whatever.
So basically, when you start up a phone game, you join a union, one of the fortellers, who we'll see in a minute. And not much plot has really happened at the moment. You just kind of like go through Disney worlds and usual Kingdom Hearts fare, because it's a phone game. They don't really sprinkle a lot of plot in, because obviously they want you to pay to get better medals and shit. And the battle system use medals, which is from the Book of Prophecy, so the medals are future Kingdom Hearts events, so that's where you get the artwork of like Sora, Riku, that kind of thing. And at the current point of the story, you meet Ephemer, who you see in here in a bit. You meet another Keyblade Master, no, a Keyblade Wielder. I can't really explain it because not a lot has really happened in the English version. I know more has happened in the Japanese version, but I don't care enough to research that.
I guess we should say here too, we will be talking about like other Kingdom Hearts games, but we will avoid spoilers for 0.2 since it's so new.
I can't believe that quiz fucking did.
It's just
I wish.
okay. This world is full of light.
I remember people like when the trailer for this got shown. I think it was at E3. I think that this world is full of light was one of like the biggest like lines from that. One thing I think out of like all the movies, like the Days, Recoded, and Back Cover, I think Back Cover is the best one. But I mean that's mostly because the Master of Masters. But visually, this movie looks great. It looks really good. It's
weird because it's in-game graphics. It's not CG or anything, but it looks better than 0.2. I think that's because like they don't really have to animate character faces because they're hidden behind masks. I think that's part of it.
Well, see, I think, don't you think, like, art style, maybe it's the lighting, but, like, the art style even looks a little bit different to me.
Yeah, just a bit.
Darkness will prevail.
But it is true that, like, the models for this definitely look better than the 0.2 ones. Because in 0.2, like, the human characters specifically look like, they look like they're made of clay to me.
Jens had got it worse, I think.
Yeah, but like like you said, it's because they're mostly covered up and stuff. They don't look as clayish, I guess.
But what about all of those who are here now? And
is this guy's name Unicornus? Because that's what I've been thinking. I feel like that's wrong.
Oh, I keep forgetting their names. They have proper names. And what's his fucking name?
I'm just gonna put it this way. What I'm just gonna call them is just like my my nickname for him. So like, I know his name's Gula, but I'm gonna call him Jet Jaguar because that's what I know him as.
Yes. Alrighty. Good luck.
Era, he's Unicornus. Ace is Ursus. Ava is Volps. Envy is what's the name of fucking snakes? For fuck's sake. Anguis, and Gula is Leopardus. We couldn't be bothered to render a background.
Did you say you joined the unicorn dude?
Yeah,
when you played?
Best boy.
I will say, I like Ased's Keyblade. I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah, it does look cool.
It's weird because I kind of like all the Keyblades they have. Well, except for Fox Girl. Hers is kind of, I don't know. I don't really care for it. But I like most of the Keyblades they have. And, like, I know this is a theory thing that some people have started. And the Keyblades they have do remind me of certain characters in the series. Like, Gula's Keyblade in particular reminds me of some of the Ven Keyblades a little bit.
Well, that's a big theory coming with this game. That they are reincarnated from these guys, but so basically, what Kira Fee's explaining now is all the fortellers have different jobs assigned by the master, which they must carry out.
So what we'll do is to save time, instead of saying Masters and Masters, we'll just call him the fan name, which is Mom, which I think's hilarious, because he literally is their mom. These NPCs in this movie, man, they're so bad. I get why, but good lord. And that's the most characters you're gonna see on screen at the same time.
Actually, no. There's a scene later with Ava, and there's like a group of
Oh,
them.
yeah, true. Because this movie, and you brought this up, I never thought about it, is this movie has a kind of a problem where, well, it has the Cage, like the past Cage problem, where it's like, they have big worlds, but there's nothing in them. Like, there's no people.
Where's all the player characters walking around? You never see anyone.
They would gather light.
Yeah, I'll give it this. It took them 10 minutes to get to, like, the title screen. It's still better than 2, where it takes, like, 5 hours.
There's a traitor among us.
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
There's something with Kingdom Hearts cutscenes. They're always a bit awkward because they never play background music over some of them.
Which I don't like. I like to have, if it's like if you're like revealing a twist, I don't mind that. But if it's something like this, it's like, oh, you could play background music. I will say this, though. This movie does have a big problem in cutscenes. When they play background music, it's usually the same song. It's not a very good song to begin with. I will say this, though. I'm not a big Dream Eater fan, but I love Cherothy. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's probably one of the better designed ones.
But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier.
I remember how for Cherothy being a Dream Eater was a big twist in the mobile game, and here they're just like, they don't give a shit. Yep.
Every wielder will have.
So that's kind of like implying that this takes place in a dream world.
So play nice.
I guess, like, I mean, I doubt many people played the phone game, so I don't really care for spoilers for that. But, isn't, like, the ending of, like, the Season 1 kind of hint, like, oh, it's in a dream or something? Or...
Yeah, because the ending of Season 1, spoilers, basically you do the Keyblade War thing, you wake up and you go to Enchanted Dominion, and then, like, Maleficent is there. So it implies that you've either gone to the real world or it's yeah, you know, it's Kingdom Hearts.
Nightmares on your hands. Beware.
Like, this hasn't been revealed yet, but I've heard somewhere, like, Ven's related to this somehow.
Yeah, because so Nomura did some artwork, and Ben was in one of them, and he said that Ven's related to back cover.
I won't be shocked if Ven's one of the fortellers or something, like he is Gula or something, which would be really lame, but...
Don't insult me! Come on, Hassan. You won't know if it works unless you try.
I do like Mom. He's probably the best character, easily.
It's not me.
And Ased's voiced by Travis Willingham, and I love Travis Willingham because he loves dogs.
Yes.
If you don't know, he's voiced by Colonel Roy Mustang from Fullmetal Alchemist. He's
Ava, it's a terrible day for rain.
You know what's even funnier is there's a scene later on where Gula wants to bring back the Masters, and all I can see is him and Ased talking be like, you know what? Let's bring back Mom.
It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given?
This movie does have one problem, and I understand why, but BBS has this too, where literally to solve the entire problem of the plot, all they have to do is just sit down and talk to each other.
But I think BBS has it worse than this.
It does. Because the thing with this, I can kind of understand why they won't, but like for BBS, they're still friends, and they could just sit down and talk to each other and figure everything out. Like, oh...
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, what they're talking about here is the main game mechanic in the phone game called Guilt, where basically if you merge medals of the same type together, you get a percentage bonus, and the in-game lore for it is it's called Guilt, where it's you're harnessing the power of the darkness to make your medals stronger. And that's what the bangles do. They give you the power to make your medals stronger.
How do we find out who's behind this?
So, like, gameplay-wise, like, I've seen people play Unchained, but, like, how does it actually play? Is it, because to me it looks like Flick Rush. That's exactly what it looks like.
Kind of. It's actually, it gets, basically, you have a list of medals, and they have basically the rock, paper, scissors mentality. So, power beats speed, speed beats magic, and magic beats power. And you have magic, power, and speed medals. So you have different decks. So Treasure Trove is mainly a power-based deck. Wishing Star is a magic-based deck. And what's the other one? Treasure Trove. Lady Luck is a speed-based deck. And you have mixed ones like Olympia, which you can mix speed, power, and magic. And you equip you equip medal types, and they all go to a different type. So Riku's a power medal. There's a Sora, which is a speed medal. And so, say if I have 5 Sora speed medals and I merge them together, when I merge, I think it's 5 or 6 of them together, he'll get a percentage bonus called Guilt, and it makes him stronger. And depending on how strong the medal is, so if he has a high Guilt, he can get 100% attack boost. If he has a medium, it's up to 50%. If he has a low, it's up to 25%. And basically, yeah, as you said, it's kind of like Flick Rush, where you just tap on the enemy, but if you hold the medal and you flick upwards, you activate their special ability. And that's basically it.
Tied together.
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found.
Is your brain dead?
Yes. What a rush.
Are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page?
Literally what they're just wanting to do in this is they want to find out who the traitor is. And like, this is... okay, we'll spoil this real quickly.
You don't find out!
Yeah, you don't find out who the traitor is. And I'm pretty sure in Unchained, you still don't even know who the traitor really is.
That they have fallen into the hands.
I have a theory, and I'll share it when we get to the end of it, but...
There seems to be no...
Because this movie, it doesn't hint at it, but you can kind of figure out what it is.
I wonder, could this have been the master's...
But this is a problem, like, with any, form of argument I've noticed this movie has, is where everybody wants to, like, pick teams and stuff, which you can't do. It never ends well.
I understand what you were saying. I promise.
Also, for voice direction, like, mainly in the 2.8 collection, I think it's not that the voice acting's quote-unquote better, but I think they've got a better voice director now, because it flows a lot better in here and 0.2.
Well, except for somebody in 0.2.
Oh, yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time on Back Cover Episode 2.